If you're just like me, you recently bought your Speed Toad, but you figured, I can save a few bucks and speed train without a radar to measure my swing speed. The first speed training aid I bought just a little over 2 years ago, I did the same thing. I bought the training aid, but thought, I can speed train without the radar. I'll save a few bucks. But here's 2 reasons why we highly, highly recommend always speed training with a radar to measure your club speed. The first reason is probably the most basic reason, is to track your progress. Speed training is fun. There's highs and lows. Tracking your progress, seeing where you were on day one, seeing how far you've come in 3, 4, 5 months of training is really, really motivating to continue your work and your practice. It's one of the many reasons that a part of every single speed training day that we have in our Speed Toad app, we include a dry driver, because that is your true way of tracking your progress. The driver is the club that you're hitting on the course, on the tee box. So eliminating variables like rollout on the fairway, a hurting or helping wind, depending on the day, you can see your true speed gains that sometimes are masked or helped or aided with conditions on the course. Your club speed is what your club speed is, which turns into your ball speed and your distance potential. So tracking your club speed from day one with your driver all the way through current present speeds that you're at after however long you've been training is the true way to find how much you've improved, how much speed you've gained, and using roughly 3 yards per club head speed mile an hour, you can get an idea of how much distance you're gaining in your speed training. The second reason is actually something that not many people talk about, but is really, really important and a huge benefit of speed training is the radar is your swing coach. It gives you instant feedback on if the swing was properly sequenced and well timed, or maybe it was out of sequence and not as good of timing. As you start your speed training journey, you're going to learn there's a difference between a hard swing and a fast swing. You can think of those guys like Jake Knapp that they don't look like they're swinging fast, but they're actually one of the fastest in the world. That's because their swing is well timed and properly sequenced. Then you've seen other golfers that look like they're swinging very, very hard. It's a very laborious, muscle-intensive swing, but the speeds actually aren't as fast as you'd expect looking how much effort that person's putting into their golf swing. Speed training is about building a well-sequenced timed swing so your speed happens at impact, not before or after. That radar gives you instant feedback on if that swing was good or bad. Sometimes you're going to have a swing that feels hard and your effort level is 100%, but the swing wasn't properly sequenced. The timing was off. Then you're going to have swings where your speed jumps up, but you didn't really feel like you tried hard. Those are the swings that you timed well, and having the radar on the ground instantly telling you that that was a fast, efficient swing is invaluable in your progress, because as you do your speed training, you're simply trying to marry certain feels in your swing that produce well-timed speed at the ball. Without the radar, you're always guessing. Having the radar there with you every single swing gives you instant feedback on if your swing was well-timed and properly sequenced, or maybe the effort level felt high, but you were actually out of sequence. I'm going to use my friend Catherine here as an example. You can see in this first swing, the timing of her speed is all in transition, and she ends up slowing down into the golf ball. After a few weeks of speed training, having the radar giving her the feedback, you can see now she's accelerating into impact. The timing on her speed is much more efficient, and that's a huge portion of her speed gains, in which she's gained 7 miles an hour on her Speed Toad in just a month. Now at this point, you're probably wondering, what launch monitor do I need to read my club speed while I speed train with the Speed Toad, and how much is that going to cost me? Well, luckily Sam and I have tried a myriad of launch monitors and radars, costing all the way from $50 to Trackman and GC Quad, which are approaching $20,000. We can confidently say that the best value out there is the PRGR. It's just a little over $200, and the accuracy and the reliability is impressive and second to none at this price point especially. We've lined this up next to our Quad or Trackman, and it is so impressive at just a little over $200 how close within a mile an hour to every swing the PRGR is to the GC Quad or Trackman. It's up for sale on the website. We'll put the link below here. If you have any questions about launch monitors, just shoot us an email. You know how to get a hold of us. And cheers to speed gains and distance gains and lower scores on the course.